it's my favorite version of that song. Maybe I can keep from getting a copyright strike on at least one of my videos for this month, or starting out, I guess it's a new month. My gold nugget sales videos and Vegemite video that I did, since I used Men at Work playing on it, it not only got the copyright, but it got blocked in Russia. It got the notice that this video is blocked in certain territories or countries. I look, which one? Okay, Russia. Well, okay, I don't get a lot of views from Russia. I do have some from the Ukraine, but none from Russia. So that's why I left it in and just took the regular. It's not a strike; it's just a copyright hit. But yeah, old Homer singing when the Saints go over there has just always cracked me up. So we'll see if that version keeps from getting a copyright strike, because I did play the Saints before and it got hit for a claim. So yeah, but as you can see, I am donning the Mardi Gras. We've got our American flag beads. Got the very cool crab, the floppy crab beads, the big rounders, and I'm wearing my Paws shirt from T.rep that he had sent me, because we are doing the T.rep Dirt today on Bayou Gold Guy. Welcome to the program. I am Bayou Gold Guy, and welcome, like I said, to the Mardi Gras kickoff. Got a little bit of decoration on the stand here, and going to be and we're kicking off the Mardi Gras Paydirt. I made this up, and actually, this is going to be the first Paydirt that actually has some genuine, no gold bearing Louisiana dirt in it, right? Some Bayou, I don't know, maybe, who knows, there could be particulates in there. It just, you'd think from all the water that everything washes down here, it should carry a few specks of gold, but no, supposedly we're one of the 2 states, us in Florida, that do not have any gold at all. But yeah, these are the Mardi Gras bottles. They are going to be limited. I'm not sure how many I'll end up putting out. It's going to be right now, the ones that we're kicking off are going to have the Oregon gold in them. And then, of course, the purple and green and gold are the colors for Mardi Gras. And so, yeah, I'm going to have, these are the ones I've gotten set up for the time being, ready to go. And then the purple and green will be some peridot and amethyst. And then the gold will be the gold itself. And I'm going to have to see what... I'm not sure if I have what's going to all be in there, but like I said, it'll be a 1 gram bottle, $85 postage, including the postage on it, shipping, and postage included, 85 total. And I'll leave a link to the PayPal and Cash App and whatever else I have in there. I can't remember now, but it'll be in the description on this page, or as well as in my about section of my video, where they always list my regular Paydirts as well. If you use PayPal, try to use the and Cash App. Did I say Cash App? But yeah, if you use PayPal, try to use the friends and family if you can, because they do charge a hefty premium compared to what you're getting out of them. So, but yeah. So yes, we got this going on. Then a parade tonight. I'm going to see. I might be doing my first, attempting my first. Like I said, what are you doing? My little cat's going wild out here. Live stream during the parade for a little bit and see how that works. So, like I said, we'll just have to check it out and see. But we're going to jump into this today. Actually, I'm late today. I was just about to start doing this, and I got a call. And one of my regular customers, her hot water heater wouldn't light. Went over there. There's a short in the wiring. Things like 7 years old. So I ended up pulling it, putting in a new hot water heater. So that's I charge them about half of what a plumber would charge to do that. So made for a nice little bit of cash today. So I'll be able to at least afford some beverage for the parade tonight. I make up the traditional Bloody Mary is my drink of choice out there to have a nice spicy Bloody Mary. So there you go. Well, that being said, let's go ahead and jump into what we've got today from T.rep at the new Gold Epicenter of South Louisiana. Our festive gold station, where X marks the spot for, that's right, like I said, that T.reps T.reps first Paydirt. And there is our bottle. And like I said, it's black, and yeah, there's a little bit of magnetism in there, I would say. So we will have to check out and see what's actually in there when we're whenever if it's all solid black sand, or if there's a little bit of magnetics in it. Actually, I've already started trying to open it, and I was paused to go get the knife, and I realized that I hadn't started the camera. So fortunately, I caught that before I did a bunch of the video, recorded, opened this up, doing all this without it recording. So let me check. Yes, we are rolling now. Double check. But yeah, he's got watch out there, man. He's got it wrapped with that's Teflon. That's Teflon tape, plumber's tape. And then I'd gotten the he's got some clear tape, like packing tape on that, over that. But yeah, you never know with T.rep. You got to watch out. He can be tricky. But yeah, that's my pepper partner. Yeah, and he eats them a lot more than I do on his foods. That's one of my last Saturday night grilling videos when I had the scallops, and he'd made a comment on it, say, put something about that sauce, put that sauce on those scallops. I'm like, damn, man, I don't spend $20 a pound for scallops to put hot sauce on them, obliterate my taste buds. So that's for chicken wings and chips, man. So, but yeah, I had actually sent him this before Christmas, kind of a thank you, because all of his support for the channel over the last year, and I think I'd send him something else too with that. But and then he turned around the next week and actually won one of the bottles on the guess the number on the channel. So he sent me this one back to me. So, but you can see it got wet and kind of blurred, and I kind of like that look on it. It gives it it kind of gives that old Christmas card look to it there with the watercolor effect. So I might start experimenting on dabbing dabbing my colors a bit on some of this stuff. But yeah, you can see there though we've got the I pulled off those are my beads I was wearing. Yes, the rattling. I knew that was not going to be good on this microphone, so spare you guys that. You're probably thinking, oh man, he's going to be making that noise all the way through this freaking video. But we have got, there's our crab, but we've got all different styles. Of course, the fleur de lis is French, and it was a little around, many centuries before the saints showed up. So it's they kind of took it as their symbol, but that's not what it originally was. It's French, fleur de lis. So, but yeah, it's a big thing for hanging on the beads down here, and that's the saints' colors, the black and gold. So, but then you've got your beads with the masks and your big long red. I mean, yeah, it's supposed to be purple. Some variations of the purple, green, and gold, which are the Mardi Gras colors. But they come in large and small, and of course, there's our American flags up there. Some of them have, you can see those are hearts. Actually, little heart beads. I know some of y'all have gotten some of those. Some of the girls that have gotten some Paydirts, and but yeah, they have them in footballs. They have them in. There's some that are dice. You want to roll the dice? Those are cool. And there's the boot for Louisiana. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But these, I mean, it's amazing. Like those masks. If I wanted to go and buy these at Walmart, that'd be like $6 for that one set of beads with the masks on it. I mean, these things aren't cheap. I mean, these things are $4 or $5 for these strings, and then up to $10 or $15 for them. So there's the one with the Turanians and crew of Turanians, and that make the float parade. Each crew has their own parade and stuff, and set of floats. But there it is from Mardi Gras, Houma, Louisiana. So pretty cool. Looking forward to getting out, and then of course that's where I need to reload up all my. They started throwing those very cool, what you call them, that you guys are putting out now, poker chips that had the cool poker chips instead of just the doubloons that they would normally traditionally throw. So we will go ahead and gotta watch out. That ring is sharp right there. Ow. Well, he has got it secured, I'll tell you that. See, I told you he may have that some bits glued on there. T.rep or crimped. Can you crimp it? Hold on, let me see if I can. I'm gonna have to go get my fucking. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna have to go get a fucking wrench to break this thing, but I just didn't want. I knew it was gonna give, and I didn't want it to be slamming out dirt everywhere. So yeah, there. Oh, cool. We got a little something in there. I think that's in a garnet. I think that's one of his. I think it's a big garnet right there. Very cool. I was not expecting to see that. Oh, dude, that looks like a couple of big garnets there. First, I thought it was Apache tier, but T.reps probably in the chat. I'll let him enlighten us. So yeah, I guess that'll end up being recycled back out to someone else. Maybe I'll touch it up with a little color, a little more color before I would pass it on. But again, it's I kind of like that watered down effect on that. So all right, let's go ahead and see how much of this. Oh yeah, there is. Oh look, you can actually see some gold down in there. I see some gold flakes. But I sure would bet that there is gold caught and suspended in that like that right there. Is probably could be a speck of gold. You'd be amazed how much. Oh man, that's a tight grip. Again, that's what's really good to have that. I talked about in the last video. I've got the sleeve now for my cup, because before when you'd pull it off, it would slide up. This one doesn't have the ring or rim around it, so you'd have to keep your hand on it to keep the stuff from jumping onto the magnet when you'd pull it free. But see, even now that acts as a stopper, so that would be going onto the magnet, shaves it all out, and it's a little bit in there but helps keep the magnet clean. Although they are pretty easy to clean though. Most of the time when you get anything on them, you can just take it and pinch it off just like that and clean most of it. And then you take a piece of packing tape or duct tape and tap it on there, and you can get all, if you want it totally clean or what have you. So all right, well, we've got us a little chore ahead of us here. Looks like some organic matter in there too. Let's set up our pan. I've still got it's only been a couple of days, so it's still drying. Our Australian dirt there, I'll tell you, it's clumping up, and then once it finishes drying, I will pulverize it a bit more, break it up. It'll have the rock still in it, of course, but get it back to where it was the same consistency. But yeah, the water, all that red water that was in there fell out clear, and I just kept letting it fall and then dump it out and put it back in. So we've got like I said, it'll be back to original material style when I'm done. So that's cool. That'll be cool to have some of that Australian. That'll go out to some Paydirt vials or bottles sometime. Not enough to do but a couple of Paydirt bottles with it. But it put it in some of those the little ones like I've got right here on that. That'd be perfect for these. That'll throw a little Australian flair out there. So let me see. What am I looking for here? Oh, my water. Man, this is gonna be it's really not even a panning. I'll tell you what, I don't usually do this, but we're gonna go ahead and do the catch pan in the pan thing, maybe. See if that'll work. Keep it contained into this one. But I don't think it'd be nice if I could pan a little bit of that out. But yeah, when this stuff, mainly you just want to dump most of that back into the pan and then just go through not even really pan it out, just pan it down. And this is some pretty easy flowing stuff. I wasn't washing that hard and it's moving around. But yeah, this is where you want to, this kind of stuff, you want to keep your pan flat, wash it forward, then ease it back, let it pull it down a little bit at a time, just like that. Is the traditional black sand method that I saw the most whenever I started doing this. But it's pretty much the way it rolls, just like that. Keep your stuff tapped forward. But yeah, these little bottles hold a surprisingly good amount of dirt in them. So yeah, having this much black sand is it's not just a little bottle of a little bottle excuse me, a little bottle of dirt that you're just going to rip through like it's, for the size that you might think. And yeah, if you drive down through downtown from the mall out, I think it's about 8 miles down the road to downtown, which is just a couple of blocks over from me here. You see they've got all the grandstands. They're actually trailers that are decorated, flatbed trailers, 18-wheeler size trailers. Some of them that are pulled up, and they've got some like bench seating, 2 or 3 rows high on them for the viewers, and all decorated out in the Mardi Gras colors. And they roll them out this time every year. Right now, the street's lined with all the barricade bars that they'll prop up, set up there tomorrow. And now I'm sitting there swirling as I'm talking. You can also swirl too. That's depending on the material. Swirling will get you there eventually, most of the time too, but it's more efficient if you do the panning back and forth with as far as trying to not keep your goal, just because it washes it together instead of slinging it, wanting to spread it around the pan when you're dealing with fine gold in this stuff. But yeah, it's amazing how quick they can go through with these crews. Usually it's from the jail. They pack them up in vans and then they run down the length of the parade, and they drag these things out where they've got them bundled up, 6 or 8 together on a corner between blocks, and then another set here, and then they it's down to a science because they've been doing it for so long down here. And like I said, in these little towns, that they'll have a parade for tonight and then Saturday and Sunday, and then next week they'll have the Friday parade downtown, and then the Saturday will be over on the east side of town, where they would run a different route and don't come this way, and then there'll be a double or triple parade probably. Oh, did you see that? Did you see that piece of gold right there just lift up and float all the way over here on its own? Because that's right, I forgot to add the crucial ingredient when you're doing this kind of stuff on this fine gold is your jet dry. That's right. It's a surfactant which breaks up the surface tension of the water. That's what makes it where those little bugs can run across the surface of the water, those water skippers and water bugs you see zipping around on the top of the surface of the water. It's all running on that surface tension. A few drops of soap. Dishwashing soap works as well, but you end up with the bubbles that, especially if you're doing it where you're sucking it in and out with your snuffer bottle. There's my snuffer bottle. When you're sucking up your stove bottle, it's basically foaming it up every time you suck it in or suck it out. So yeah, we've got us our first specs up showing. He sent me a nice card with this as well at Christmas, and I believe he said it had 0.29 in here that we needed to look for. So that is our goal. Again, like I said, you gotta gotta watch old T.rep. He could be messing with us. Could be a half gram, could be a tenth. There you go. That's actually, that stuff's flowing away pretty nice and easy. The way that that black sand's just rolling down on it, it's not wanting to cling, and sometimes it'll that stuff from Australia, it had a tendency to clump up on itself and form little clusters. Once I put the magnet on it, it carried a magnetic field, and and then it would trap the gold even tighter because the gold would be caught in these clusters that didn't want to really separate. But that looks like a pretty clean first swipe right there. I'm happy with that. And then normally what I'll do is when I'm doing this stuff is give it the swirl like that when it's done, and anything that washed down there would show up pretty quick. Little pearl, a little shake. You see how that kind of spreads it around thin, so you don't have anything showing. If you're easy on it, usually it'll hold pretty good at the top. So all right, well that looks clean to me. All right, well, we got break out a bit more here. I'm gonna get that washed down to a point, and I'll be back. All right, we are getting pretty close to the Bottom of this, little specks showing up there. And I've actually done gold that was so small that it would, and the black sand was so dense that the gold would sit on top of it, even whenever you were trying to, you know, agitate it and keep it tapped up on and let it, you know, settle down underneath that sand. It would still want to pop up and ride on top of the sand because it was actually less, the gold was less dense than the magnetite and hematite ore. This is his payback for me giving him sending him the well, I mean, he wanted it, he ordered it, the nightmare blood Bayou nightmare Paydirt with that was the red clay from the original red clay from Gold Bay that I did with the wire gold. That was, you know, not the same as the red clay I'd gotten from him when I did the next time. It was not, that red clay was not as bad as the first stuff I ever got from him. So I keep it separate. And when I really want to make up something nasty, I use that version instead of the other one that I have from Gold Bay. But some nice gold in that little pile there, I'll tell you, showing up. Look at there. Yeah, the Oregon, that gold that's in the Mardi Gras Paydirt this year. I was thinking I had to go back and look because I was thinking I had done something Mardi Gras before, you know, over the previous 2 years, but I didn't see anything where I have. I mean, I'm always throwing beads and stuff into Paydirts, and you know, stuff from the parades, but I've never done a Paydirt on it. I think that's a speck of gold right there. I just watched. But yeah, it's I mean, it's not tiny gold like this. It's some chunky gold. It's small gold though. It's not, no big pickers in it really, because that's all that was up there in that formation out of the Coyote Creek. But it is some of my favorite gold that I have. And like I said, I'm not sure how many bottles I'll end up making with that before I swap out with something else or additional ones. But there is there's what we got out of this one, and that is some pretty gold right there. I'll tell you, it's a nice shiny stuff. And that's without the, there we go. That wasn't even with the light on. I just got a call from from my customer that I did that water heater for. She's saying it's not, she's saying it's not coming out or something. It's just it's making noise and blowing air. And I'd run it, you know, I ran it through the sink, the front, you know, in the kitchen, which is the first outlet spigot for, you know, faucet for the house. And I didn't even, you know, I didn't think about going opening up the back just to clear the lines. But yeah, that's I said, no, you gotta, yeah, you need to open up all the you know, faucets to the back and clear all the air out of that lines, because yeah, it's draining out of the kitchen now. So it was I'd run it through till it was through, but I didn't think about it being, you know, yeah, it's gonna drain back up the line. And so yeah, I was thinking, oh crap, what did I forget? And then she's telling me, oh, okay, no, you're good. It's hot, right? She goes, oh yeah, it's real hot. So, and that's the other thing. I said, well, I cranked it up for it to heat up for you. So you're going to want to go out there and turn it down to, you know, the ABC level rather than the actual temperature level, because it's a lot hotter than they need. So, all right, that's Hurricane. What are you doing? All right, looks like we got a clean pan there. I got a whiny puppy below me. Yes, well, what's the problem? I thought you wanted to be out here hanging out. I'm surprised the beads didn't fall as Hurricane leaped up on the fence there. All right, well, let's add a bit more here. I see that's quite a bit more. Well, I guess we'll pan some of this out. And check out wet that down that garnet to see how it looked. It's very black. I mean, I think that's a garnet, not an Apache tear. I'm more experienced with the polished garnets, although I do have some of those from that bag from Bill's Trash and Treasure, her garnet bag, which is very cool. I actually have some of the garnets still in the rock that look very cool. Yeah, we're gonna have to pan some of this out. And yeah, our oh, watch out there. The I've forgotten to tell you guys. I mean, the I was talking about the Mardi Gras colors, the purple, green, and gold, but it was actually like in 1892 that that they had the Rex parade, which is one of the crews of Rex, one of the oldest ones. They did the parade. It was symbolism of color, is what they called it. But that was when they first designated the purple, green, and excuse me, the purple, green, and gold colors of the parades. And basically, the purple represents justice, the green represents faith, and the gold represented power. And mainly like the purple was because purple was a sign of royalty, and also one of the hardest and rarest dyes that they had for a color from back then. So that was why, they say that like Roman emperors were born in purple, painted rooms. That's as part of the mystique of the rarity of purple. And then the green was basically the faith and renewal and that kind of thing that was based on supposedly that was part of the Mardi Gras going into spring celebration. And then of course gold, just by its nature being the color and the precious metal from as long as there's been humans, we've wanted gold and used gold. And that's one of the things I've said before on this, whenever I'd be doing this, is that just the thought that there's actually nuggets that that we find and have now that would have been in a stream, 2 million, 3 million, 5 million years ago, picked up and looked at, catching, one of our early ancestors, down at the water for a drink, and the sun catches the shiny rock the right way and picking it up, and of course probably put it in their mouth and no taste, and but catch your eye and throwing it down, and then it's goes into deposition and buried for millions of years to be exposed again, the same condition it was from then, and it's same thing, gold that was used by emperors and for 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 years, just been reused and melted down and repurposed again and again. It's pretty cool. But yeah, so that's the basis of the Mardi Gras colors. And it has, I'm sure it's I can't remember what the same thing with the Catholic Church. The vestments that the priest would wear were determined by I'm slamming stuff around here, would be determined by certain religious holidays or remembrances that would times of the month would prompt them to use different color robes, and it was usually the purple, greens, and golds for the most part, that was, I don't remember him. I was an altar boy for a lot of years. I don't ever remember him, seeing him in red, in like dark red Santa Claus looking robes or anything like that. Maybe the Cardinals, but we didn't have any Cardinals. We had just basic country priests, the non molesty type. Speaking of molesty type, it's all the queers that had sex in the film, the disgusting porn, gay porn, and the Capitol building rooms there, whatever, desecrating the the sanctity of that institution. Or there's no charges going to be filed for any criminal, but between the guy that did it and resigned, and they said neither one of them cooperated. I guess the guy that was banging him and filming it, but no, because there was no, they weren't cooperative with the investigation, but there were no criminal, nothing criminal about it or whatever. It's like, dude, I know in California, if they catch you pissing outside, you're registered as a sex offender. You can't leave the state. If you're having sex in public, you're busted. You're counted as a sex offender. It's just, and then the fact that they're, these AIDS riddled monkeypox spreading scum, or it's a biohazard. And I'm sure they did not bleach and decontaminate that fucking place. And this wasn't they've done it before. This this guy they should get 20 years. They should get 20 years in fucking prison and act as a deterrent to send a clear message. There's J12, there's J6 people that are still locked up in jail with no due process from touring. One guy, he picked up a podium and moved a piece of furniture. They were being escorted by police through, staying within the velvet ropes. But here these queers are just disgracing in the most befouling and just repugnant ways that could be imaginable. And now the news, they've been playing up the genocide and the war crimes of Israel, the Israelis, going because they went in fucking like the badasses they are, the IDF, man. They went in there and they dressed up with the hijabs with the like women, and as doctors, walked right into the another one of the occupied hospitals where they want you to believe that it's all, you're trying to help the injured, and no, that's where they were housing the terrorists and healing them back up so before they could go strap on and blow up somebody else. The Israelis go in there and just, we got silencers on their weapons. Don't even give them a chance to raise their head up out of bed, pop them where they lay. And and they're assassinations. No, they're not. They're taking out terrorists. And if these same people would have gone through and machine gunned half of the hospital down to get their target, or just blown the whole thing up, that's the difference between these desert scum and the Israeli Defense Force that are purging them and eradicating this vermin from their homelands. And yeah, until there are no Palestinians left in Gaza at all, they're going to keep doing this, and they should just, why they're, we should send nothing over there except for buses. Load your ass up and get out of this country, because there is no Palestine here. Take your fucking fake banners and your Nazis, terrorists, scum, Islam, and go hole up with your other shithole countries like Saudi Arabia or Lebanon. Oh, wait, none of them want them either because they're violent, animals. So, yeah. But, yeah, Biden's now talking about needing to have sanctions on Israel for their, not, they still have over 100 hostages out by these subhumans. No, there will be no ceasefire. There'll be no stop to any of this until again, that whole area has been purged of the Nazi Islam terrorists that have shown over and over again for decades and decades that if you leave us here, we will continue to attack and kill you. So, okay, well, we've given it enough time over. There's never going to be two states, because as long as their state exists, they exist for the eradication of your state. That's the bottom line. And they've shown it again and again and again, and they've killed countless hundreds of thousands to millions over the centuries and millennia by the same putrid, murder cult, who follow a pedophile, uh, desert con man that you call a prophet. No, man, I tell you guys, it's fucking out of control, and it's ridiculous. It's vulgar what they've done and what they've let happen. Meanwhile, we're still standing with Texas, 700,000 trucks and convoy and vehicles and people are headed down, over 25 states supporting Texas, 3 of them sending National Guard troops. Hell yeah. Meanwhile, Biden gets up and mumbles on his way out the door for another vacation as soldiers die. Add that to his long list of offenses whenever it comes to his trial for treason. And like I said, it should be capital punishment. He's he's done. And just like the Nazi war criminals, there should be a number of his staff that are also, because it's not him making any of these decisions. Obama there's never been a president that stayed 3 blocks from the White House after he got out of the presidency, except for Obama, because Biden is not capable of even being aware of most of the stuff he promotes and says. He reads a script. Well, man, I got damn mosquitoes out here. Yeah, I had quite a bit too much sand in this. I've been panning this out for a while here, just washing it down. I was rushing it because I'm out here we're into darkness. It looks a lot lighter than it is. That's always amazes me looking through the camera. That sky looks like it's like dusk, and it's dark. It's black that way. So, and it's crazy. I just sprayed with the off stuff. It wasn't off, whatever I used, but the mosquitoes are just swarming me out here. I don't have mosquitoes like this in the heat in the worst part of summer. But I guess from having that rain last week, where it rained all week, there's just so much standing water, and we had the cold temperatures the week before that, which if they'd have coincided, we'd have had a hell of an ice storm here. But it just worked out where it skipped it. It missed it by a week. But then now here we are, another 10 days, 2 weeks later, since all the rain, and I guess those larvae have sprouted wings and are spreading out, because, like I said, I've just been getting pommeled here. Yeah. Now I'll go back through with the and pull it out and drop it a few times. Make sure there's nothing suspended in the. Actually, I see a couple little specks right there. Another little tiny speck right there. We're all good and clean there. But yeah, you can see there is some pretty fine gold. that's the super fine stuff right there. And there's our bulk there. So very nice. I'm ready to be out of these damn mosquitoes. I know that. I wonder how it'll be at for the parade tomorrow night, where it's actually right on the bayou. But then again, it's the bayou flows, so definitely whenever the rain was up, it was washing down pretty quick. So maybe it won't be so. What am I looking for here? Oh, our jewels. All right, take that, get my cup. Be back for that. So yeehaw. We're gonna go in and get this dried up, see what we got. All right, we are in with our pan of dried gold. Got a little chunker there rolling around. And again, you can see that fine, very small stuff recovered out of that. So I'm happy with that. Hopefully we've got our amount. And here we are with my favorite beads. The pirate girl with her, yep, that's a scorpion in a box of gold doubloons. Like I said, and it's got the peppers, the hot peppers with part of that bead. So those are cool. And then these actually used to light up and flash the beer mugs, but it actually got pulled out of the wires, so it doesn't work anymore. But it still is some cool beads. Cool beads, yeah. So let's hit our scale. It's holding it. Yeah, 0.20, 20 grams. So we are accurate there. Let's get our gold tapped out here onto our paper. Man, I'm glad to be away from those damn mosquitoes. Swarms of mosquitoes in the middle of winter. It's the Louisiana way. All right, well, there we go. Our gold is in the paper. Let's put it on our scale and see if I've... And just like that, the mic goes dead. So let's see if we can do a little narration to finish this off. And there we had it. It measured out. We actually had 0.24. So I'm a little short of what's supposed to be the 0.29. There's the card he'd sent me for Christmas with this little artwork on it there. And a little pack that had a surprise in it. There you see his first gold Paydirt about 0.29. So this scale's pretty accurate. So I'm probably, there's a few 0.00s out there, maybe still specks. I have to go through with the heavies, but I'll check that out tomorrow whenever it's when it was sunny and I can see better. So that was a fun dirt to go through for sure.
Oh, and this is my coin, the Trump coin that he had sent me for Christmas. That's what was in the little pouch in the card. So very cool. One of my favorite coins now. I like that red, white, and blue color on the flag on that backup. So again, thank you so much, T.rep, for that. Very nice coin. And it pairs well with the Let's Go Brandon coin. So between the two of them, I'm covered there. I'm happy with that. So awesome.
Damn, my mic might be running out. I might have lost some of the video off that, audio off that last video. Shit. Well, here's our stuff zoomed in. Some very pretty gold. Nice little pieces, nice little character in that. So I think that is just lovely. And I thank you again so much, T.rep, for your first Paydirt. I am honored to have gotten to do it. So I think it is some very nice looking stuff. And thank you again, my friend. And we got to take a look at our garnets here. Like I said, I think those are garnets. It looks like it's pretty, it's got some red in it there to me. That one's a little more, that one's a little blacker. But like I said, I don't think these are Apache's tears. But I wouldn't, sir. But that one I would think was a garnet just because it looks like it seems to have some red to it, like that. Compared to this one that's very black, it looks like it has actually has gold implanted in it. I mean, it's especially in this camera zoomed in. It looks very golden to me. So I am not sure, but it's an awesome awesome looking little pieces. But see that looks very golden. Well, all right. It looks like that will wrap this one up for this episode of Bayou Gold Guy. I am Bayou Gold Guy, and I thank you all so much for tuning in, being part of the live chat if you're here for that tonight. Liking and subscribing for the channel. And by the way, if you haven't hit that subscription button, please do that. We're within about 35 of hitting that 1,000 mark. So hopefully that'll go through at least before May when we hit 3 years, the 3-year mark. But maybe we'll get it in February for the 2-year Friday night achievement of having a Friday night video for 2 years every Friday. So I'm gonna pack it on up and fix a nice Bloody Mary, head up to the parade, and if like I said, if I got a live stream going on there, I'm sure it'll come up on notifications, hopefully. So tune in and check that out for the first live action on the channel. And like I said, checking out the Hercules, the crew of Hercules rolling tonight. So y'all have heard me tell you before, I don't do so well on getting beads on the first night whenever it's all these guys and y'all seen some of my videos where they'll tee off on you and get I've gotten pummeled a couple of times, but Saturday night is the Cleopatra parade where the float's all women, and I tend to do better on those floats. Thank you very much. So we'll compare Friday night to Saturday night again, see if I can keep up the trend. But once again, thank y'all so much, and be sure to, like I said, let me know if you want some of this Mardi Gold Paydirt for our first Mardi Gras offering. And like I said, it is limited numbers, so like I said, if you wanna reserve one, make sure you contact me at BayouGoldGuy79@gmail.com. And I guess with that being said, I thank you again. Thank you to T.rep, and
Until the next time, this is Bayou Gold Guy saying, take care of each other. Peace out. Fight the good fight. And I'll see you next time.